This program is part of the Infinite Potato Alliance. Visit us at infinitepotato.com.
I'm Jared Stern. I think people should listen because we're desperate for attention right now.
I'm also Jared Stern. This is what I like to call an exercise in benign narcissism. And
You're Between Two Sterns.
And we're back.
Finger guns.
Yes, I know you've all been waiting.
Oh my God. Every time this chair moves, it squeaks. Listen.
Yeah, that's not a great chair. Do you want to switch chairs?
I'm going to sit here rigidly for the entire podcast. I'm just going to lock it down.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We're going to lock it down. Good to see everybody again. Hope you missed us. I hope absence made the heart grow fonder and not just atrophy entirely. Mm-hmm. But we've got some awesome stuff to share with you.
I know you have one piece of very awesome information to share.
I have two. I have two bits of awesome administrative information to share. The first one being the book is out.
That's the one.
Book is out. The book is done. It's out. It's up on Amazon. You can buy it on Kindle as an ebook for $5.75.
What book are you talking about?
It's 1,700 Esoteric Syllables about Yo Mama.
Why don't you give the people a little information in case this is their first time?
In case it's your first time and you haven't listened to previous episodes and you don't follow the lore.
Previously on
Between Two Sterns. It is a hybrid comedy experience. If you like haiku,
it's a good.
And you like Yo Mama jokes, you're going to love this book of 100 Yo Mama haiku. It's illustrated. It's very well laid out. It's hilarious. It's clever. It's silly. It's not dirty in any way, shape, or form. It's fun for the whole family, but mostly for Yo Mama, especially since Mother's Day is coming up. It would make a great gift. Please give it 5 stars, and then 7 stars, and then 5 more stars.
Well, that's what I was going to do. What is a haiku?
Oh, haiku, if you're unfamiliar, is a Japanese...
Previously on Poetic History.
Yeah, previously on just knowing what a poem is.
Right. That's the entry point to this podcast. Are you interested in a podcast about two guys named Jared Stern? You better fucking know what a haiku is.
Well, there are certain barriers to entry.
That's true.
Okay.
So what is a haiku?
A haiku, it's a Japanese style of poetry. It doesn't necessarily have to rhyme like poems do in some cases, but it's the first line has 5 syllables, the second line has 7 syllables, and then the third line has 5 syllables. You've got 17 syllables at your disposal, and that's what we used as kind of a framework for each of these Yo Mama jokes. I am of the mind that brevity is the soul of wit.
Yes.
And when you work it, if you're able to take a good joke and put it inside a set of constraints and still make it work, then you've got a really good joke.
And what is a syllable?
Okay.
Well, that's 2. And when you say we produced a book, let's be more specific.
We can be more specific. This particular Jared Stern is a...
And when he says this particular Jared Stern, he's referencing himself in a strange second first person. Some people can't see you.
Some people can't. Jesus Christ.
I'm just making sure it gets promoted.
I don't know how much more clear I can be. I co-authored a book with our good friend John Irons.
That's right.
Who is a haiku writing machine. And he is also a digital artist, graphic artist. And he laid out all the way that the look and feel of the book. It completely exceeds all of my expectations. When I initially thought, let's put this project together, it could not have been more perfect. This is my brain spilled out onto these various pages, and we finally got through all the administrative bullshit that Amazon provides, and it's up. It's available. So please buy it and rate it highly, and give it as a gift and share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with anyone who you think might enjoy something clever and silly like that.
And how much are you selling it for? I think this is fun.
So the ebook we're selling for $5.75 because $5.75,
which we just went over.
We just went over that. Yes. Yeah. The paperback $17
is 10. Oh, I was gonna double $5.70.
No. It's because printing costs are
$17.
Are a bitch.
17 syllables.
Yes. So basically, for 1 cent a syllable, this book can be yours. 17 cents a haiku. This book can be yours. So yeah, I'm super proud of it. I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Is it live now?
It's live now. You can go check it out.
Sales at this point?
I mean, I know of one person who has a physical copy in their hands.
Okay, so that's somebody has bought it.
Someone has bought it.
Now officially
a published author. I'm sorry, a published what?
A published author.
A published author. There you go.
To go along with your Grammy submitted.
Right, yep, a Grammy submitted, published. I'm a multi-hyphenate Jared Stern.
You're slow. You might not be the GOAT, but if there's like a lamb.
I'm not the king of all media. That's a different Stern. But I'm a page of all media, perhaps.
You're certainly like attacking him laterally, right?
I'm going places where I know he ain't.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm super excited about it, and I really hope everyone out there enjoys it, and I hope more of you enjoy it than not, because it would be really nice to have this blow up.
I like that you
something.
gave levels of success. So success number 1, most of you enjoy it.
Yeah.
All of you enjoy it. Success number 2, more of you enjoy it than don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Success number 3, don't enjoy it, still buy it. And that's really...
At the very base level, buy it.
Yes.
And then if you enjoy it, great.
Yeah.
And if you don't, give it to someone else who you think might.
Or might not.
There you go. Like I said, I think it's like it's... I love the little niche that this book kind of slides into.
Yeah.
So I grew up reading Shel Silverstein.
Of course.
Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Yeah.
Which is a book of just silly poems. And I think this book is kind of a couple generations of a relative of that.
You're the Shel Silverstein of this generation.
I am Jared Silverstern. Anyway, that's huge, and I'm so glad that it's ready. Also, something to keep in mind: it is that time of year again. It is time to vote. Best of DC.
Podcast or comedian?
Both.
I
am going for 3 in a row, back to back best comedian. So we'll have a link in the description of the podcast, and also in the comments on Facebook and anywhere else we post this. And also, while you're there, vote for Between Two Sterns as best local podcaster. I believe we were runner-up last time.
We were
and
runner-up.
It'd be nice to take the title home this time. So those are all the administrative things that are out of the way. You have stuff.
You've watched Survivor, right?
Yeah.
You know those competitions they have where it's like the stamina competitions, where they're usually put into a position like they have to hold themselves up by like the edges of their feet, where they have to like put their arms against a thing, stand on one foot. I want to be very clear that this is not that.
Okay.
But the tension by which I need to keep my core to stop myself from moving around in this fucking chair and causing squeaking is certainly not this scenario.
Okay.
And I feel like
I'll be happy to grant you immunity at the end of the podcast.
Wonderful. I did do a thing. I went to Puerto Rico.
Oh, awesome.
I did, yes. My girlfriend won a very prestigious leadership award for her work. Very well deserved. She is incredible. And
hang on, it was very well what?
Deserved?
Oh, okay. Because I thought you said, well, reserved.
I thought that I was going to say that as well.
And you did.
And made sure to say deserved.
Okay, we'll go back.
We should go back. Let's see. I'd put money on the fact that I said deserved.
Okay.
And
I will take that money.
I'll put money on the fact that I could audio dub that also. If need be. Just as a deserved, just a drastic difference. Yeah, so we went down there. Beautiful resort. Never been to Puerto Rico before. Beautiful island. It's not to say that we're crazy people. We don't drink. So but there's also a component of you're around all these work people constantly.
Uh-huh.
That you kind of got to lock it down. I knew that I needed to represent her brand well. So I couldn't be too ridiculous.
How ridiculous could you have been?
We mess with each other quite a bit. There's a lot of screwing with each other.
I see. Okay.
So a lot of locking down that stuff.
But here's the thing. Yeah, so you need to lock that down.
Right.
Maybe to not misrepresent her. But here's the thing. You'll never see those people again.
Here's the thing. You never know. I now work in the corporate industry.
I'm pretty sure I know.
I now work in corporate world.
Uh-huh.
You never know. And I know that you could see them again because much like any video game, like this reality with NPCs, we saw the same NPCs almost constantly.
Because they work at the hotel.
Everywhere. No. So a couple was on our... Now, again, granted, a couple was on our flight that was part of this event.
Okay.
But they were everywhere. They were everywhere. To the point I was like, these motherfuckers are to our left also. No rhyme or reason for the frequency by which we saw them.
They weren't from your...
Of course they were. But it was there were 300 people there, and we saw the same 6 over and over and over again.
Did you say hi? Did you introduce yourselves? Did
No.
you try to make friends?
No, I don't want friends. I want to relax and make this chair squeak as much as possible.
Because we make great friends on trips. That's kind of our
I
thing.
just want to be I'll be friendly, but I just want to I want to go and do my own thing. But anyway,
Okay,
we
fine.
land on the island. Hotel room was beautiful, except so shower, huge, massive shower, right?
Okay.
Huge walk-in shower, probably 3 showers in one, right? Got the top-down waterfall shower head.
Very nice.
And also one of those handheld
Uh-huh.
shower heads as well. And on the wall, you can make the water hot and cold. It was a fancy hotel.
Wow, hot and cold?
And there
Man,
was,
Puerto Rico's got his back, baby.
There's a little dial thing
Uh-huh.
that adjusts from the waterfall shower head to the handheld.
Okay.
So I get there, I see the shower, just flew there. I need to rinse off.
Of course you do.
So I go in, I open the door, I turn on the shower, and I get shot in the fucking face with the handheld thing. Which is facing directly at the door.
Okay.
And I'm like, motherfucker! Girlfriend's like, what happened? I was like, the shower. And she was like, what did you do wrong? And I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. Some idiot left it on this thing and also faced it towards the doorway. Fine.
Wow.
So I go back in, I can't even figure out how to make this shower. I'm turning it left, I'm turning it right.
So you can't get the water to flow from the rainfall?
You gotta pull it.
Oh,
pull.
okay, sure.
So I pull it,
Uh-huh.
take my shower,
Yeah.
turn the other fucking thing the other way, right?
Uh-huh, sure.
Go about our business. Later that night, we come back. Had to get dressed up, do our thing, we're at a pool, go to take a shower again. Turn the shower on. Fucking starts flying out of the handheld again. The shower's reset position was the handheld.
Yeah.
If I have a handheld unit and a waterfall unit, the default position is the standard shower water coming out of the top, not the handheld. What I'm saying is that
But the handheld, is it positioned at eye level?
At eye level.
And there's not a hook,
It's not a connected unit. It's a over your head one and a physical handheld one that kind of attaches on the wall. They are completely separate units. You pull the nozzle to make it come down the top.
Okay.
And when you let go of the nozzle and
It
turn off the
resets
shower,
back.
it resets back to the handheld.
Okay. You're learning.
You don't seem to understand how backwards this is.
I mean, the water has to come from somewhere.
Yes, the water has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
What I'm saying...
You have two options. It's either coming out of the handheld or it's coming out of the rainfall shower. If you have to pull it to get it to come out of the rainfall and it resets, wouldn't you think that since it is no longer pulled out, it would go to the handheld?
I would think that you'd push it in. I would think that the standard shower position is it coming out of the standard shower part. And most of the time, it doesn't reset back to one or the other. It just stays in whatever fucking one you kept it in.
You obviously, I mean, as the trip progressed, I'm sure you learned how things worked in the shower.
The point is not whether I learned to adapt to this ridiculous fucking situation. The point is, it's a ridiculous situation for me to have to have adapted to.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Who designed this thing? Who was like, oh, and by the way, it's going to reset back to the handheld. Well, isn't that going to create a maximum opportunity for people to get shot in the face with it? And be like, I mean, yeah, but like, we'd have to turn the screw and flip it the other way before we ship it. I just fucking keep it that way. So that set the tone for the rest of the trip.
All right, how many other first world problems did you have in this land that has been devastated by natural disasters?
Well, the door to the shower didn't close all the way, so it sprayed out a bunch on the floor. So the towels were constantly wet.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Here, let me throw a roll of paper towels at you.
So there was that.
Okay, great.
I will say that one thing that was really good about that hotel is, so when I travel with like Fire Stick, an Amazon Fire Stick, because I don't want to watch your bullshit channels in the hotel.
Yep.
I want to watch my shows.
Sure.
But every hotel in the States nails this TV so close to the wall.
You can't get to the USBs, yeah.
Oh, I get to the USB. But I run the risk of inadvertently dropping this TV off the wall. So like, but this had like a full pull out and swivel unit. Great. So that was score one in the...
Okay, so we've got one in the nay column and one in the yay column.
But all in all, the entire thing was great. We got there and they had rented out the entire like hospitality, like first floor wing.
Oh, wow.
So like there were tables and chairs set up. There was like breakfast served until like 12, or breakfast served until like 10, and then lunch served from 12 to 2 every day. So like all meals were covered if you wanted them. And then there were like little like mini buffet type of things set out, coffee, water. They had a whole like interior room set up with like somebody sat there constantly, where if you needed sunscreen or aloe, which I did and still do.
Someone get a little Bernie?
A little Bernie. So all of that, and it was really great. The resort was wonderful. Everybody was so nice and so kind and just wonderful.
I smell a butt coming.
No, like the weather was very Florida. Like it rained. It looked like it was going to rain all the time.
Gotcha.
But like the way rain works on that island, it's like the middle of the island will get torrential downpours, but the edge of the island is fine. The problem is there was a lot of overcast, and the thing about overcast is you get lulled into a false sense of security.
One of the worst burns I've ever received was on an overcast day.
There is a giant hole in the middle of my back of just skin that has been peeling back and around because I didn't really put much sunscreen on my back, and
But it's overcast.
Regret it.
It's overcast.
Yeah.
Oh, the sun is just magnifying through all those water prisms and refocusing. So what would you say was the highlight of your trip? Did you guys do like any excursions or anything like that?
Oh, we did an excursion.
Oh, fantastic. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it. So we went to do a rainforest hike.
Cool.
Yeah. So it was from 8 to, I think, 1.
8 in the morning.
We left at 8 a.m. Took about 45 minutes to get there.
Sure.
45 minutes to get back. So we would leave at 8, get back at 1. And we drive up and up. And first of all, the drive there was great. Loved driving around. But the guy who was driving, who was also part of the tour, so informative, and just starts giving he starts going into one of those like TikTok knowledge dump rants.
Okay.
And it was like, since the island was founded, and they was like, all right, I'm just going to talk a bit more for 5 more minutes. And then he was like, and then that's why industries came here. And we had certain politicians that I don't particularly agree with, but those politicians allowed these rules and these regulations. Which this guy went on for like 25 fucking minutes. And by the way, fascinating stuff. Don't remember a word of it, but I was really interested in it at the time. We drive up this mountain, very narrow roadways, get up there. And we pull off 2 busloads or 2.
Oh, wow.
2 shuttles of us, not buses, shuttles. So maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, like 20 or 30 people.
Okay, so that's a substantial traveling part.
I'd say probably 40 or 50 people total.
Wow.
So we start this little hike. And they were like, oh, it's just like 45 minutes up there. And the hike was supposed to consist of a hike up to a viewing tower, back down. Then we were going to stop off at a river on the way back and jump in the river.
Sounds majestic.
We were going to see a waterfall.
Sure.
We were going to stop off for some local food. 45-minute hike. 45-minute hike. It was about 3 miles each way.
For 43 miles? Okay. All right.
Go on. For context, we also do a little.
Oh, that's right. We did the PanCan.
The PanCan.
The pancreatic cancer walk. We
Correct.
took part in that, which was 3.2 miles.
Which is about what it was up there, ironically.
Yeah, I mean, we took our time.
Yeah, and how long did that take us?
About an hour.
Hour and 15, hour and 16.
Yeah, something like that.
It was exactly that, because that's what the clock said when we crossed the finish line. So it was an hour and 16 to do 3.2 miles.
Okay, so what you're saying is
on flat land.
Oh, okay, yeah. So were you guys double timing it, or did it just take like 3 hours to do?
So from my understanding, last year people who went on the hike were really disappointed in the hike because it was kind of like a schmed nothing hike. So this time we did this one. Nobody was prepared for what we fucking did. It took, Rachel and I were first to get up there and to get back.
Okay.
We didn't get back to the bus until like 12:15.
And you got there at 8:45?
Yeah.
Wow.
This thing took, I'll pull up the stats at some point. It took actually I can pull up the stats right now. So it was 4 miles total, the entire trip. It took us 2 hours and 5 minutes to do that.
Wow.
Because it was an elevation gain of almost 1,000 feet.
Wow. All right, so hang on one second. So they said it was going to take 45 minutes to do. But instead, it took about an hour, right?
Each way.
I understand that. But you said you did 2 hours and 5 minutes of hiking.
Correct.
So that includes both legs of this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it only took 15 minutes more to do?
Half an hour, 40 minutes.
I understand, but I'm including both sides of it. You went up and you went down.
Yeah.
Correct? You're including up and down in your hiking, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that to me sounds like it was more like 2 miles instead of...
Yeah, it looks like it was 2 miles.
3 miles? Okay. So what you're saying is,
I feel like I also stopped this early, but go on.
It took you 15 more minutes than they had anticipated each way.
So here's the problem. That was me and Rachel, and we were first.
So what would you say was the age range and ability range of those, the rest of the people on the tour?
Let's talk ability range. There was first Rachel, me, and the other group that got there first and got down first. Then there was the group that was on the bus when we got back, because they only made it halfway because they didn't realize the intensity of what it was going to be.
They didn't see, so they didn't tell them that it was going to be strenuous.
Correct.
Because
and raining. It was pouring also.
Oh, you didn't include that.
I know, it was pouring rain. So group 1, me and Rachel.
It is a rainforest.
Group 2, people who bailed out and went back to the shuttles. Buses. Group 3, people who came slightly after Rachel and I. And then group 4 was the group that got lost, went the wrong way, and were an hour behind everyone getting back.
Oh my God, they didn't have guides?
They did.
The guide got lost?
Fucked up. Now here's the fun part.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
7 people got lost. The buses hold 40 people each. Let's just round the numbers.
They held both buses, didn't they?
They held one bus. Rachel and I were not on the full bus. We had less people, so some of ours. So at first they walk over and went, so we can either hold both or let one go ahead. The other group's about an hour behind. There are no bathrooms. There are no restaurants. There are no bars. There's no place to eat. So they go, we'll take 4 people. We can take 4 people, or 5 people, I think at that point. 5 people who can go on the other bus. Now Rachel works with everyone.
Uh-huh.
So she's looking around, and I'm like, fuck, nope. And I stand up immediately, grab her, and we go. But we are in the back third of the bus, and as we start to make our way up, 4 people get up and start moving up.
No.
And we're like, okay. So we sit back down. Then they come back again. Like, so first of all, we're fuming. We're fuming. 10 minutes later, they come back. Okay, we can take 4 more.
Okay, great.
And I grab her so quickly and stand up that she lost my hat. She was like, because I let her borrow a hat. She was like, I don't know what happened to your hat. I was like, fuck the hat. I don't care. Like, I'm not staying here for another hour. So we push our way to the front. Get off the bus, get on the other bus. There are only 2 spots left.
Great.
On this bus.
Perfect.
But not next to each other.
Well.
One is an empty seat next to a coworker of hers.
Okay, great.
And the other is the very back of the bus, which has a long back area. 2 people on one side, 2 people on the other side.
And you in the middle.
Exactly. And so I'm like, okay, here we go. All right. So I go back and I sit down, and I am not a happy kid. I'm happy we're on the bus that's
right,
leaving.
sure. Your things are looking up. You could be waiting back there for the lost tribe.
I'm in the worst seat of the best position. I'm in the worst spot of the best position.
Okay.
And so, like a champion. The guy who she was sitting next to was there with his, I want to say, wife.
Okay.
But she had to do some work, so she wasn't able to do the excursion.
So did he give up his seat?
He turns to Rachel and goes, "I'm going to go switch with Jared." And
Isn't that nice?
Up and I was like, "You don't have to." And he's like, "I want to." And I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." Thank you so much.
All right. So once again, you're bitching and moaning for no good reason. Go ahead.
So we start driving, and this fucking bus driver starts making additional stops. And here's the other overlook tower.
Well, you have to see the stuff. What?
We are crammed in like sardines at this point.
Okay.
So anyway, we end up getting back to the hotel, and but it was an adventure.
Okay.
It was an adventure.
All right. So you got sprayed in the face with the shower head. Didn't see it coming. You ended up on a bus that was on time. Despite being crowded, someone gave up their seat for you.
We got back like 45 minutes later than we should. They had to hold lunch for us.
Oh my God! They had to hold lunch.
Which they did, thankfully.
And what was for lunch?
Tacos.
Okay.
They were okay.
So, was that the only outdoor thing that you did in Puerto Rico? I assume you went to the beach, but
we
was
went
there
to
any
the
other?
beach. Beach was nice. We got one of those like bouncy, like one of those splash paddles, so you could hit the ball back and forth.
Oh, okay.
In like the ocean along the beach.
Like beach pickleball or something.
Yes, we walked the beach a bunch, which was beautiful. We hung out.
Did you do a bio bay?
I did not. We had very little time to ourselves. A lot of it was scheduled and organized.
Okay.
But we did on our final day walk around San Juan, which is a beautiful little city. And it's so tiny. We walked it 3 times. I mean, we saw the. It was really just one. I didn't even talk about the highlight of the entire trip.
Please, what's the highlight of the entire trip? I can't wait to hear this batch of complaining. Go ahead.
When we're as we're walking around the exterior of the island, around the fort, there's like a big old fort around there. You can kind of walk around the outside.
I think I've been to that fort.
And they have all of these cats just hanging around outside.
Lots of stray cats,
and
yes.
I realized that I would spend money out of my pocket to go on like a cat safari tour where like I don't care where it is, I will walk around wherever as long as I get to see cats. I'm gonna be like, oh, hello. So that was a big highlight.
So that just seeing stray cats on the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, not on around the fort. I don't feel like I'm doing a great job.
You're really not.
I'm describing this trip.
No, you're not.
Oh my god.
So I have also been to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Andrea and I went with our good friends
Yeah.
Allison and Seth. Allison is one of our P1s on the podcast, and how long ago was this trip? Like 13 years ago, because it was pre-engagement to Andrea. So we went on we went on one of those bio bay tours that I was telling you about, where they have bioluminescent bays.
Yeah.
So you can take a kayak tour at night, and the bay glows. It's got like glow in the dark algae and other things that luminesce at night, and it's magical. Actually, the lights had gone out in the bay, and then recently had come back. So that's a fun experience. If you ever go to Puerto Rico, that's definitely worth checking out. The other thing we did that I guess you also did not was go check out the Bacardi distillery. You can go there and take a tour, and they have free samples. I think we still have a bottle of Bacardi Dragonberry that we bought below those many years ago. I hope rum keeps as well as other liquors. But what was funny about that? So we're going there, and they had these, on the label for Bacardi, it says Ron Bacardi. And I thought that was like Jack Daniels. So when we were going to the Bacardi distillery, I was like, well, I hope we get to meet Ron Bacardi, or we get to see like pictures of Ron Bacardi. I'd like to meet the guy. I'd like to know more about the person who came up with the Bacardi label. Come to find out that rum in Spanish is Ron. So Ronald Bacardi was not anywhere on the tour.
Truly disappointing.
Yeah, I was a little bit, but that's also something that's worth checking out. So you also did another thing, actually.
Well, I just want to make it clear.
Yes.
In Puerto Rico, we really did have a good time.
I'm
despite
sure you did.
How I
really made it out to be.
Wait.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico, we really did have a good time, despite how I made it sound.
Okay. So, San Juan Tourism Board, don't you worry.
I'm going to do it one more time.
Okay, please.
Because I didn't expect. But I figured your brain would be wired this way.
Okay.
In Puerto Rico, we really did have a good, or really did have, we really did have a good. A good, yeah, okay. Well, whatever it was supposed to be like. What else did I do?
Well, not so much what you did, but what Rachel did.
Oh, she ran the Boston Marathon.
She ran the Boston Marathon.
Did we not talk about this already?
I haven't spoken to you in 3 weeks. We haven't done the podcast in a long time. You guys had not yet gone to Boston, or maybe you just come back from Boston when we walked in the pancreatic cancer.
I believe you. We went up to Boston.
Right.
Rachel ran the Boston Marathon. It was incredible.
Yeah.
She did so good. Like, so good. And, like, I've seen her run the Marine Corps Marathon. Her PR is incredible. She's a dedicated, incredible runner. She's in the other room or outside running right now. She's
Okay.
incredible. Like, her PR for, like, the Marine Corps, PR is a
Personal record, yes.
is 3:09.
Actually, it could be Puerto Rico.
True. 3:09, which is insanely good.
For a non-Kenyan, it's pretty great.
Her time in the Boston Marathon, which is an infinitely harder race, is 3:17.
Wow.
Her time was so good, she re-qualified for the Boston Marathon next year.
Awesome.
Cannot speak highly enough of her. Cannot speak of how proud I am of her and how just incredible it is to like support and watch somebody do something that physically straining and seeing the toll it takes on her body. With that being said, the shower in the hotel when we Hey everybody, thanks for sticking your ears between two sterns.
Please leave us a 5-star review, even if it's a sarcastic one.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Have an idea for the show, or are you also Jared Stern?
Shoot us an email. You can find links to everything at jaredstern.com.